Lando Norris is undoubtedly one of the popular drivers on the grid, despite being a relatively new driver. He's captivating the hearts of fans with his bubbly character and charming persona, but how well is the young driver really known? From being the youngest karting champion to owning an esports team, these are 10 things you didn't know about Lando Norris. He began racing on 2 wheels. The British driver's prowess on the Formula 1 4-wheeled car is undoubtedly noteworthy. Surprisingly, his early racing endeavours were actually on 2 wheels, and he initially envisioned himself pursuing a future in 2-wheeled racing rather than 4-wheeled. His interest initially spanned horse riding, followed by forays in quad biking and motorcycle riding. However, his enthusiasm for motorcycle racing started to wane as he witnessed his brother's participation in a local kart track competition. This pivotal moment led to a shift in his passion towards 4-wheeled racing. He soon started his karting career, and in the year 2014, he embarked on his racing journey by entering the Ginetta Junior Championship, marking the beginning of his remarkable racing career on the track. He's the youngest karting world champion. Norris's journey in the world of racing commenced at the young age of 7, a time when he remarkably secured pole position during his inaugural national event. As 2013 unfolded, he delved into KF Junior karting, achieving a triumphant sweep by clinching the CIK FIA European Championship, the International Super Cup, and the WSK Euro Series. Building on this momentum, the subsequent year saw Norris's meteoric rise continue as he claimed victory in the CIK FIA KF World Championship, an achievement made alongside Ricky Flynn Motorsport. This landmark win positioned him as the youngest karting world champion, etching his name in the annals of racing history. He comes from a wealthy family. Motor racing is a very expensive sport, and getting into F1 isn't something that can be achieved without financial backing. While you don't have to be necessarily rich, you still need to have strong financial support. Some drivers might have to rely on much-needed sponsorships. Norris, on the other hand, had a bit of a smoother path due to his father's status as one of Bristol's wealthiest individuals. In fact, his father was even ranked as the 501st richest person in Britain back in 2018. His father, Adam Norris, is an entrepreneur who struck gold by overseeing one of Britain's most prosperous pension advisory firms. He's also the mastermind behind Pure Electric, an e-scooter venture born around the time Lando inked his initial Formula 1 deal with McLaren. Adam's journey to financial acclaim began with his stint as the head honcho at Pensions Direct when he was in his early 30s. Fueled by strategic brilliance and exceptional leadership acumen, he skillfully navigated the company towards a path of success. Backed by his father's immense wealth, Norris was able to nurture his talent and work his way into Formula 1. He co-owns an esport team. While a lot of Formula 1 drivers primarily focus on their on-track racing, Lando has extended his skills into the digital realm too, and this move gained momentum during the pandemic. Lando teamed up with a group of digital creators to establish Quadrant. This esports team rapidly rose to prominence, solidifying its position as one of the top F1 esports squads, drawing significant attention on platforms like YouTube and Twitch. While numerous young F1 drivers engaged in playing the F1 game during the pandemic, Lando stands out by leveraging his charisma and skills to cultivate a larger community presence. He managed to bring significant attention not just to himself, but also to prominent F1 content creators on YouTube, including Araf Amin, Steve Alvarex Brown, Niran Yesufu, and Maria Bish. He didn't graduate high school. Norris had a childhood that revolved around a multitude of racing endeavours, particularly after he kicked off his career as a professional racer by entering a karting championship. Even before reaching the age of 10, he was engrossed in a whirlwind of races. This pattern persisted when he joined Millfield School in Somerset. As a result, he eventually left formal education without completing his GCSEs. However, his family wasn't willing to compromise his education entirely. They took the step of hiring a dedicated personal tutor who guided him through the intricacies of physics and mathematics. He owns cars from his biggest rivals. Just like many other Formula 1 drivers, the Briton has a serious fascination for high-speed cars, even when he's not on the racetrack. Sporting an impressive net worth in the 8 figures, he indulges in a collection of luxurious vehicles. Among these are the McLaren GT, McLaren 570 GT, the McLaren 720S, Audi Q8, Jaguar F-Type, Land Rover Defender, Lamborghini Aventador, and a Rolls-Royce Wraith. But that's not the end of the road for this young driver's car enthusiasm. He takes it up a notch by also adding cars from some of his main competitors, the likes of Mercedes-Benz AMG and Ferrari F8, to his remarkable collection. He's never won an F1 race. Undoubtedly, the British driver stands as one of the formidable talents on the racing grid. However, he's yet to secure a victory in a race. His highest achievement to date is a commendable second-place finish at the Italian Grand Prix in 2021. Despite this, his consistency shines through as he consistently secures solid point finishes in the majority of the races he competes in. During his debut season in 2019, he showcased a praiseworthy performance and secured an 11th place standing in the championship rankings. The subsequent season witnessed a notable enhancement in his skills, propelling him to a 9th place finish. The year 2021 proved to be even more promising as he clinched a remarkable 6th place. Continuing the trend into 2022, he secured a respectable 7th place in the championship standings. He dated one of Portugal's top models, Luisina Oliveira. Luisina Oliveira, Norris's former girlfriend, is a 22-year-old involved in the fashion industry. Hailing from Portugal, she works as a model and is reportedly under the representation of Central Models, a renowned agency within her homeland. Luisina boasts a substantial following of over 370,000 on Instagram, where her posts have garnered millions of likes, showcasing her popularity on the platform. Although the exact duration of Oliveira and Norris's relationship isn't disclosed, their public acknowledgement commenced approximately in January 2022. Their shared experiences include a holiday in Dubai, as evidenced by a photo Norris shared on his Instagram account. The image was accompanied by the caption, "My sunshine," indicating their closeness. On F1 race days, Oliveira could often be seen accompanying Norris and was a prominent source of support for him. However, by September 2022, a notable development transpired as Norris used his Instagram platform to confirm their separation. Despite the shift, he expressed his good wishes for Oliveira, underlining their maintained friendship despite the change in their relationship status. He met his idol. One of Norris's top models is Valentino Rossi, the 9-time Grand Prix motorcycle racing world champion. The young driver revealed how significant Rossi's influence had been on his career, expressing that the Italian had inspired him to become the person he is today. Though Rossi competes in the realm of MotoGP, the 9-time champion was Norris's primary inspiration to initiate his racing journey. The young driver had the chance to meet his idol for the first time in 2019 during MotoGP's British GP in August. During his debut Formula One season, Norris even sported a tribute helmet and boots dedicated to Rossi at the Italian Grand Prix. Despite the apparent coincidence of their meeting that year, Norris shared that his deep admiration for Rossi traces back to his earliest memories, a time when he was merely 4 years old. Even before he fully immersed himself in the world of Formula One, Rossi's presence on the racing scene captivated Norris's attention. He watched Rossi dominate various racing disciplines, including cars, rallying and motorcycles, further cementing his influence. He now loves golf. Initially, the world of golf didn't hold much appeal for the young driver. He regarded it as a rather dull sport, one that didn't manage to capture his interest amidst his busy schedule. However, a pivotal shift occurred when his former teammate Carlos Sainz extended an invitation that would alter his perspective. Upon Sainz's coaxing, Norris decided to accompany him to the golf course, a seemingly inconsequential decision that turned out to be a turning point. The British driver found himself increasingly entangled in the world of golf as time progressed. He began to view golf as a pastime of immense enjoyment rather than the boring descriptor he had initially attached to it, so much so that it eventually became an addiction to him, one that he keeps up with every weekend. And that ends our list of things you might be interested to know about the young British driver. So, do you think we missed some things, and what were you previously unaware of? Let us know in the comment section down below.